Hello, this is Brian Vickery from Denver, Colorado, and I am here today to do a Social Slam 2012 recap from my perspective. So, I came into Knoxville, Tennessee on a Thursday, and let me tell you what a beautiful town. It has an excellent old town with all kinds of restaurants, the cobblestone streets in some cases, all kinds of shops. It was just a wonderful place to be. So I came in there to this event that was hosted by Mark Schaefer. I thought he did an outstanding job, not only promoting and getting the event together, but he also had some fantastic speakers as well. So, here are some more of the highlights I had. So, to start out, Margie Clayman was my conference buddy, and it was great because Margie and I have been sharing together on Twitter and Facebook for some time now, and to actually meet her in person was a real treat. And so, having her together as we not only went through the big speaker sessions, but also the breakout session where Sam Fiorella hosted or moderated for Sean McGillis and Eric. It was just a good time to be had with Margie. Now, speaking of Sam Fiorella, yeah, what a personality. It was great to finally meet him. I got to meet him the night before the event. We also sat in the non-VIP section that morning, just as kind of a joke. And let me tell you, we were going along and doing our tweets and making our inside jokes, and pretty much Margie was smacking us every time we got out of line. Of course, I put Sam in between us, so Sam took the brunt of that. The one thing I wanted to say that I appreciated about Sam is, as wonderful a person as he is, I liked what people had to say about Sam Fiorella, even when he wasn't even in a room. This is a man that's well respected, and it all comes from basically a kindness, a sincerity, and a high level of integrity that he maintains. And so it was great to meet him in person. Now, the dinner after the event, I appreciated Sean McGinnis actually extended himself and said, would you like to go out to dinner with us? I thought that was a wonderful opportunity for me. So we went out with the gang from Howell Marketing, and that allowed me to meet Amy Howell and talk to her in a little bit more detail. So she's another one who's just a wonderful woman who's not only passionate about her job and being a woman-owned business that knows everything about marketing strategy, but she also carries that same passion into some of the things that she cares for outside of the job. And of course that includes her family as well as what she's doing for a special needs school right now. Now, part of the event itself, I did get the opportunity to meet a couple of people also that I've been communicating with for some time on Twitter and Facebook, and that was Brad Miller and Kim Garst. So I can see, having met them in person, that again, the sincerity just comes shining through. So I could see why clients would really like to do business with them and recurring business with them, because they're just excellent people. Jamie Salati was a new addition to my portfolio, we'll say. She was a bundle of energy. Again, I got to meet her before the reception, and then saw her throughout the day. She even actually did a man on the street video and included me. You can actually see Margie playing ninja in the background, trying to make me laugh. But it was just a great time to meet Jamie. She carries a natural enthusiasm. I love what she was doing with the videos, and I hope you can go to her YouTube channel and see some of those videos so you can get other people's perspective on Social Slam. John Moss. John Moss is another person that I hadn't met previously. Got to meet him the night before the event, and he was one of the speakers the next day talking about LinkedIn. So there's a gentleman who not only knows a lot about video and how to use that with marketing, but knows how to best leverage all aspects of LinkedIn to help both your personal and your corporate brand. So I encourage you to go out and connect with John. Now, here are some of the great quotes that I liked about this event. We'll start out with Jeannie. Jeannie Dietrich was one of the key speakers. People don't like change. Sometimes you have to force a crisis to make change happen. One of them from Stanford Smith. One of my favorite places to put a blog address is an invoice. Clients look at invoices. Here we have one from Stephanie Wonderland. This isn't Hollywood. No need for big budgets in business videos. As you can tell, I've got such a big budget with this one, right? Marissa Peacock, every task you ask of your fans should add value, not work. And we got one from John Moss, are you on LinkedIn or in LinkedIn? And of course he had another one that I liked, of course, from the Ghostbusters, Don't Cross the Streams. And basically he's talking about a lot of cross-posting between the different social channels. Maintain a different perspective depending on the channel that you are. Don't keep sending the same content. Okay, we've got one from Lindsay Kaler. More employees pay attention than you think. Show them how to speak with customers. And that's basically recognizing that your own employees are the best ones to represent your brand. So maybe it's time to start trusting them with that brand, and not only brand protection, but also brand advocacy and speaking to customers directly. Tom Webster had a bunch of great ones. He did a fantastic presentation. Dangers of data, lousy headlines, crappy correlation, and terrible infographics. Another one was algorithm equals math plus assumptions. And of course that's talking about a lot of the influence scoring that we have, and in all of them there are going to be a certain amount of assumptions that have to take place. But it's getting more accurate each time depending on the influence scoring. And finally, with Tom Webster, social media alone will never give you the answers, but it will give you better questions. So use social media to fine-tune. Will you ever get the answer right out? No, you're probably still going to require a leap of faith or a leap of analysis, but it can help you craft your questions and the follow-up questions. Sean McGinnis, PageRank is the secret sauce of Google search. Today, links still matter more, but author trust is on the rise. This is a recurring theme we saw throughout the Social Slam, in that content rules, and we'll get to that in a little bit more. Eric Pratum said, stop trying to outsmart Google, start thinking like them. And this has to get with, trying to do all kinds of backlinks and determining, how you should up your search and show up higher in those ranks. Start thinking like them, but again, content rules. Good content takes care of itself. And we're going to get to that when we get to Marcus Sheridan's quotes as well. So, Mitch Joel had a very humorous presentation with a lot of double entendre type of thing, but we have Mitch Joel. Ideation to execution is the hardest part of entrepreneurship. And then another one that I liked was, we have to get clarity on the difference between privacy and personalization. We're getting to the point where we like to log in and see those things on the sidebars that are just tailor-made for us. And so it's a highly personalized experience. But are we willing to sacrifice privacy to get that personalization? In a lot of cases, we are. So we need to accept that versus just get on our privacy soapbox and start saying privacy, privacy, privacy. Sometimes that highly personalized experience is something that we treasure and appreciate. Dr. Alice Ackerman, there are 4.5 people a day reading my blog, and I have had an impact on one of them. She saw a tweet where somebody said, thanks to you, Dr. Alice, I was able to make a different decision about her own content. And it doesn't necessarily matter the number sometimes. It matters the impact and the influence you can have on individuals, and try to keep that perspective. Billa Delaney was a great hit. The spiritual nature of social media is that people beg for love and earn respect. And think about that. That's kind of what we're doing. We want people to follow us. But before we can get people to follow us and love our content and yay me and promote us, we have to earn that respect first. So we need to go into social media with that attitude. DJ Waldo, email marketing, not dead, undead, very not dying. And he's just pointing out that something like 77% of people still will accept email marketing and getting marketing campaigns coming through their email as a way of reaching out to them. So do not lose sight of email and think it's all social media. Email is still a huge player, in fact the dominant player in terms of reach. Marcus Sheridan, you want to get inbound links? Write good content. And that was great, along with content is the greatest sales tool in the world, period. If people trust you and they trust the expertise that you're providing, then they're going to come to you for solutions. So focus on your content and focus on engagement, and the rest will follow. And Mark Schaefer, who is the host of this event, has an outstanding return on influence book, also the author of Tao of Twitter, came up with content that moves through an engaged network is power. And he also recognizes influence has been democratized through the internet. You no longer had to be a superstar to get people to listen to you and actually influence their buying decisions, their personal decisions, and so on. So this is Brian Vickery from Denver, Colorado. That was my social media 2012 recap. Hope you love the birds in the background. Thought you might benefit from that. And you have a great day.